fond. Who's here? Do we have visitors?
Yes.
Cale! Right on the air. Okay. Grab a seat, John. Is that a down jacket?
Maybe sit by the seat, Mike.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, John Cale has joined Lou Reed for an on-the-air reunion in the middle of New York, Welsh city of the heart. But anyway, I was telling them about Rolling Stone and my great concern for good reviews, as I'm sure, like, they panned my latest album.
What, again?
Again? Does he have a microphone?
Yeah.
Okay. We played The Jeweler, John.
Oh, dear.
A lot of people called up and said, what was that? Not in a pejorative sense. Pejorative for you people out there, didn't have the benefit some of us in Long Island did, It's a big word meaning negative, Anyway, say hello, John.
Hello, John.
Hello, Grace.
Sounding good, Lou.
Why, were you listening in the car?
Quietly, yeah.
In the taxi?
No.
How'd you get the guy to turn on the radio? Usually they'll listen to, Joe Cuba Sextet. So I say, hey, and then they say, it's $50 across the street, man. You're reading about the taxi cab muggers? They get all the Iranian students. Yeah, hey, man, you're firing, you're riding. Get the hell out of here. What are you saying? What does Carter do besides hemorrhoids? It's really, it's Miss Lillian. There you go. They can't hear that, John. All right. John did a mea culpa. Is that any right? We're going to listen to Al Green, who went through a conversion. It's really fantastic because on this record, he takes that guitar riff, like that classic, soul riff, makes it his own. It's a great thing. This, and after that's over, you play Bell. It's a beautiful album. Al Green is, that story about the woman throwing the scalding water on him and everything?
No.
A fan. Who needs fans who do things like that?
Only a fan.
Certainly not an enemy. He'd shoot you, But a real fan wants torture. And they say, I want to see you suffer. There you go. You realize, yes, we were talking about Einstein's brain. E equals what? Energy. MC squared. What did that mean? It didn't mean the MC5, kids. All right. What did MC squared mean, John? Mike Curb. He won. Yeah. He won. And he banned me on my own label when I wasn't even there to defend myself, as an influence for the corruption of kids. How can you corrupt a kid, I ask you, in these modern times? If I refer back to a phone call a while ago. Do you think drugs corrupt children, John?
No, I think it just pacifies them.
And is his microphone picking him up? It just pacifies them. I think it stimulates them. Well, some people's pacification is stimulation. Who are you looking at? Oh, all right. Hold the fort over on the radio for a minute. Do you have our other records up? Bobby Short plays at the Hotel Carlisle all the time, and he is absolutely incredible. And this is probably a song that I think he does better than anybody else. My favorite song is called Miss Otis Regrets. We get the point. We get the picture. Come on, David, stop stuttering. You ever see that hillbilly guy he's a comic and he stutters as part of his act? It's like, teenagers of America are going to grow up wanting to stutter. Not that I have anything against stuttering, but in certain situations it's dangerous. Sexy Ways, Hank Ballard. Feel Good, Al Green, that's from the Bell album. Miss Otis Regrets, Bobby Short. Whiff of a Circle, David Bowie. Janine, David Bowie. Chant of the Ever-Circling Whatevers, David Bowie. That must make you think I like David Bowie. Right. I like David Bowie a whole lot.
Welcome to...
I'm here with John Cale, which is an on-the-air reunion, a first, for those few elite in New York who remember what quality is about. And that they can call and talk to myself or John, and that we're going to be listening to some of John's records. And it's and you are going to be speaking to John. Right. Let people in New York know what he is about and what he's doing, because I'm sure they're interested and would like to know.
And that's coming up next. It's the number's 972-0300. Did I get it right, Dan?
Yep.
972-0300. Talk
How
to Lou.
does the man on the floor know you?
Or two. Well, he says it all the time, and I never get it. So, John and Lou are both here, you read. And now, okay. Let me ask you a little bit about current projects. What's in the works right now?
Around February 23rd, we go on the road again. So I'm done on auditioning my last two bass players.
So you've got your band almost together.
Yeah. And also a little pet project of mine that's very dear to my heart. A little record label called Spy Records is about to get off the ground with the first 3 releases. They include a sparring partner of blues, Lester Bangs, and
no partner of mine.
and the Necessaries, and another band called the Sick Fugs.
And that's these singles are these are going to be singles or albums?
Some of no, one's an EP and the other 2 are singles.
And which is which?
The Sick Fugs have an EP. They have 10 songs, all about a minute and a half long, and the other 2 are like slightly longer songs, but they're singles.
Now, will you have an album of your own soon?
Hopefully, yeah, on Spy. But I might be putting out a single in about a month on there.
Did Hedda Gabler come out as a single for anybody?
Just on Illegal in England, and we still have it here.
It's a beautiful record.
Thank you, Lou.
Now, we're going to listen to Guts.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about it, if you can.
It's not very. It's a nervous little song.
Defying your record company is to bring Cale in. You say, you can't tell me what to do. I'll bring John Cale in. You think that's not commercial? Wait till you hear this. Rolling Stone and John Christou. Oh,
Unfair.
John Christou, Robert Christou. You know, the toe sucker of all time.
He just called me.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he speak
He
English?
apologized.
Did he really? In a woman's voice. Speaking of women, John Rockwell. Did you notice, like, for 3 weeks that man didn't use the word Mr.? Yeah. Ms. Rockwell. Really, save your gay pennies, girls. You gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding. But, I mean, he didn't review me either. It's, fellas, what are you afraid? Are you afraid? What is it? It's like, these people have never been attacked, back. It's there's a word for people like that, and I can use it on the air. It's called, mental sycophants, right?
For the critics.
The critics are mental sycophants to whom the bell tolls, really. There's a very famous story about Ernest Hemingway meeting Max Eastman, who had criticized his novel, saying he was trying to be too macho, like he had hair on his chest, and Hemingway ran into him at a party, tore his shirt open, which had, he had hair on his chest, and tore open Eastman's button by button, right, and he did not have it, and then hit him in the face with a book. Okay. And the thing is, when you wonder, what was Eastman doing? What was he doing? He was a typical critic, There's a word for a typical critic, It's like those who can do, those who can't teach, or else they write about it.
Have you had the same experiences, John, with critics?
Absolutely.
After, let's see, the Rolling Stone. What can one say about Rolling Stone other than anything sold in a supermarket can't be organic? That's right. That's right. They moved to New York finally. Hey, very good, very good. A friend of mine was telling me, he worked with them as a publicist, said they were all running around, the little Frisco creeps, right, saying, where do you think we should get an apartment? So, New Yorkers were saying, well, 178th Street's really very groovy. You ought to live there, right in the middle of the block. It's really, they're building it up, and then they say, I have a Park Avenue apartment in the Bronx. They say, oh, far out, really, yeah. Very good.
Smart Bowie.
Yeah. All right. We'll leave it. She'll hear you on the air.
Hello, Barbara.
See, even we are still impressed by radio. White man magic. They say, man, you're talking to this thing that you can hear it. Turk, talk to me, don't you?
No.
So shy. Really.
John Cale. Hi, John. How are you?
Anyway, the Turk plays magnificent anything that's a keyboard and some things that aren't. And we're going to hear him, not necessarily to his best advantage on this particular cut, but we tried. But Marty, I want you to know, me, the Turk, and Sikorsky, the Italian stallion, we're all thinking of you. And but we're gonna levitate. We're not coming to the hospital, but we're gonna levitate over the hospital, because Marty, and we're ready for all through the night. From the album. Yes. I didn't mean you in the answer. No. Hello, go ahead. Don't be scared. Hello? Are you afraid? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, is John Cale still there?
Yeah, he is.
Can I talk to him this time?
I talked to you already.